Hello, Year 4. I hope you had a lovely weekend. This is Miss Swire, and this is your first English lesson of week 2. So, your LI for today is to identify what is a fact and what is an opinion. So, your steps to success include defining a fact and opinion, distinguishing between facts and opinions, and discussing and explaining why a fact is a fact and why an opinion is an opinion. So I'd like you to think back to the autumn term where we were discussing the difference between fact and opinion. And I want you to have a think about those key differences. I'm going to give you a few seconds now just to have a think. Fantastic. Well done, Year 4. So if you remember in autumn term, we learned all about facts and opinions, and we both played our game where we had to distinguish between facts and opinion. So if you remember, a fact is something that has been proven to be true. So for example, London is the capital city of England. Okay, we know that's a fact because it is true. Whilst an opinion is a view or a judgment about something that someone else might not agree with. For example, the best food in the world is pizza. So that is my opinion. I'm saying I think the best food in the world is pizza, but Miss Ola might disagree with me and she might think the best food in the world is beans on toast. Okay, so something different. We disagree on something. An opinion is a view or a judgment. So here we've got a set of different statements which are either fact or opinion, and we've got to distinguish between the two. So what I'd like you to do now is pause the screen and then have a look at reading the statements and distinguishing whether these are a fact or whether they are an opinion. Pause the screen now, and then when you are ready, just press play again. Okay, well done, Year 4, for having a go at distinguishing these statements. So let's have a look at our first one. Our first statement says, research suggests that an endangered species is one whose numbers are so small that it is at risk of extinction. Now that phrase, research suggests, at the beginning of the statement, tells me that this is a fact. It's based on research and evidence. Let's look at statement 2. I believe that people who hunt animals have no hearts. The phrase at the beginning of that statement, I believe that, tells me that this statement is an opinion. It is somebody's belief and judgment. Somebody else might disagree with that statement and say that people who hunt animals are doing the right thing. Somebody may disagree with it, therefore it is an opinion. Let's look at statement 3. Scientists say a species is declared extinct after many years of not being spotted. So again, we know this statement is based on research. It's based on the evidence that scientists have got and saying that animals are extinct after many years of not being spotted. Therefore, if this statement is based on research and evidence, it is a fact. Let's look at our last statement. I think that over the next few years, all remaining pandas will die out. Let's have a think. That phrase at the beginning of the sentence, I think that, tells me that this statement must be an opinion, because it is your judgment, the person's judgment who has written that statement, in saying that they think that remaining pandas will die out. Somebody else may disagree with that. Therefore, that is an opinion. Have a look at the answers on the screen now and give yourself a tick or a dot and just have a look at those key phrases that help us distinguish between facts and opinions. Okay, so here we've got the learning which is in your home learning packs this week. So just like I've done on the previous slide, you are going to be sourcing the statements into facts and opinions. So you've got 2 columns, one for facts, one for opinions, and you've got your statements there below. So you need to use the learning that we've just discussed to be able to do and separate these statements into facts and opinions. And what we'll do is we'll be discussing this in our Zoom call later on today. Once you've had a go at the home learning, we've also got a reflection which you can do. And it says, choose one fact or opinion from your home learning. How did you know it was a fact or an opinion? And you can see that we've got our sticker there that's asking you to explain it. I'm using the sentence stems here in green to help me frame my answer. So I've said a fact is something that has been proven to be true. An opinion is a view or a judgment about something that someone else may disagree with. The phrase, I think that, tells me that that is an opinion because it is someone's personal point of view that someone else might disagree with. So you can see my answer there. So what I've done is I've defined what is a fact, what is an opinion, and then I've used the sentence stem there in green to explain how I know the phrase, I think that, tells me that the statement must be an opinion. Okay, so you can choose whether to have a look at a fact or opinion when you are choosing your phrase, but I'd recommend using those sentence stems I've got there at the bottom to help frame your answer and using my model as your example. Okay, and what we will do is we will share our reflections also in today's Zoom lesson. So if you'd like to share yours, please do remember that you can share it then. Okay, so pause the screen now and then you can complete your reflection. Okay, Year 4, I will see you tomorrow for our English lesson then. Take care.